Hi gorgeous! Today we're talking all about brows, very popular topic. I've been getting a lot of questions on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, etc. about what I'm using on my brows, what are the best brow products, and also for a brow tutorial. And I know a lot of you have been saying, you never show how you fill in your brows on your makeup tutorials, and you're right, I don't, simply because it's such a repetitive process. So hopefully I can refer people to this video in the future if they have a question about my brow routine. Now, even if you're not my same coloring, if you are looking for a new brow product to try, I have some really excellent choices for you in today's video in terms of application and longevity. And a lot of these are from the drugstore, surprisingly. First one I have to share with you is one I've talked about before. I love it. I am still madly in love with it. It is one that I pack with me wherever I go, just as a backup, and that is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist. And the one I'm showing you here is in the shade light to medium. This is a light powder. It applies effortlessly, and that's what I love so much about it, is that it is a mistake-proof product. If you go too far outside of the brow area, it's really easy just to wipe it away with your finger and keep going. It lasts well throughout the day, and it's not one of those brow products that looks extremely harsh on the eyes when you're done. Another brow favorite of mine is from Styli-Style. This is their Brow Express Powder Duo in the shade light medium. This is exactly the same as the L'Oreal one that I just talked about in color and layout, but there are some slight differences that I'll mention between the two. The powder that you get in the Styli-Style compact is much more pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. You still get the same great application. It is mistake proof and it will last well throughout the day. The Styli-Style compact is a little cheaper than the L'Oreal one. You also get more product in it. It has 0.21 ounces in it compared to 0.12 that you get in the L'Oreal version. And additionally, Styli-Style is a cruelty-free company, whereas L'Oreal is not. One of my favorite brow pencils from the drugstore is NYX's Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Auburn. And this has been one of my go-tos most recently. Now, this one got a bad rep from yours truly in an old video that I made when I had my hair with that burgundy red color. You remember that color? And it was because it didn't really match my hair at that time. But I waited until I came back to my natural color. I started using it again very recently, and the more I've used it, the more I'm starting to like it. It has a great formula. It does tend to skip around a little more than I would like, so I tend to have to correct those areas a little more. But overall, color match is dead on. The formula is really great, and it's really easy to work with. Let's not even forget to mention the price, because with Anastasia's Brow Wiz, which is very comparable to the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, you're talking double, I think, if not triple the price. And with as often as I fill in my brows for makeup changes and whatnot, I'd be shelling out a lot of money on a pencil. But this one, inexpensive and works really well. Another brow favorite of mine is from Clinique. This is their Brow Shaper in the shade Wheat, and this is another brow powder. I love brow powders, what can I say? I like them because they're easy to apply, they're easy to use, especially on days when you are in a rush, you just want something quick to fill them in so you still look presentable, but you don't have a lot of time to spend on your brow routine. Excellent. And this is quite often one that I will mix in with the NYX Micro Brow, and I'll show you that in the upcoming tutorial I have for you as part of today's video. Final brow favorite I have to share with you is from Inglot. This is their Brow Gel Liner in shade number 14. Now, this is too dark for me to wear at the moment. I tend to wear this when my hair is a little darker simply because it looks better. If I wear it with my hair this color, it just looks very strong. It's what I'm wearing in today's video, so if you've looked at my brows and been like, whoa, brows, yeah, that's what I have on today. But the application is wonderful with these. They go on so smoothly, they last a long time. They are waterproof, absolutely. They will not move. And they have a great range to pick from in terms of colors too. And see, yeah, you can see what I mean. See how strong they look in today's video, which is fine because it's all about brows today, but I feel a little bit more confident when they're a little lighter, especially with this hair color, but it's okay for today's video. But as promised, I'm going to show you how I fill them in step by step in case you've been wondering. For the tutorial today, I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This is in the shade Auburn, and what I love so much about this pencil is it has a spoolie on the end for blending. The first step that I do in the process is to draw out the arch on the bottom part of the brow, and I just lightly go along with the pencil to outline that area. And if you find this rather troublesome to do, you can also use a spoon here as a guide. I showed that in a video very recently. If you happen to miss it, I'll have it linked for you below. And I've quite often used a spoon when I'm in a rush and I don't have time to spend on my brows, and it works perfectly. Then I'll use the pencil to fill in the rest of the brow, and I'm using quick, short strokes to mimic the natural hairs in the brows. When I fill in my brows, I typically do not touch the inner portion. I'll use a powder instead to fill that area in so it looks more natural. And I'm using the Clinique powder that I talked about earlier to go back and fill in the brows completely. And finally, I'll take the spoolie from the pencil. You can also use an old mascara wand here too, and blend the product into the brows and get rid of any harsh edges. Feel free to share your brow favorites below too, whether they're high-end, drugstore, doesn't matter. We're all about it here. I'd love to hear your choices. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.